Coming up on today's Disney Roundup, how often Disney is cleaning ride vehicles in the parks, what are acceptable face coverings to wear when going, and Shop Disney introduces their new merch pass system. I have all that and more for you coming up right here on the DRU. Hey, it's Jeff everyone, and welcome to the Disney Roundup, where I bring you up to date on what's going on with the Walt Disney Company and Disney parks each and every single week. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. But starting off with parks news, as the parks have just reopened, you may be wondering now some of the safety and sanitation procedures that Disney is taking inside the parks, one being on how often they are cleaning ride vehicles. Upon the research I've done, it seems like it varies depending on the attraction. Now, according to Tom Corliss from WDW News Today, he's seen rides being cleaned every so often, and with some attractions, they'll stop loading guests for a short period of time, spray them off, and run them empty with no guests. Now, in an article from clickorlando.com, guests and cast members told them they cleaned rides and seats at Magic Kingdom and in Animal Kingdom after every ride. Now, an attraction I'm surprised is still available is Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, that being because it has a high touch point with the blaster. Now, according to the Tim Tracker, he asked a cast member who said he was the manager of the attraction on how often Space Ranger Spin was being cleaned, and he said it's only being cleaned every 2 hours. Now, of course, with just like going to Walt Disney World, no one is forcing you to go if you're not comfortable, and no one is forcing you to ride Space Ranger Spin if you don't want to. However, this is really the only flaw I've seen when it comes to Disney and their safety and cleaning measures, as they said they plan to increase when the parks reopen, and they have. But if this is true, this is the only flaw that I would say that they have for right now. And even with plenty of hand sanitizer dispensers to use before and after getting off the attraction, I feel as if more should be done here. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. As I mentioned earlier though, it does seem like it varies on how often an attraction is disinfected. I guess it just depends on what attraction that is, but most importantly, they are being disinfected. Now, upon Disney World's parks reopening, Disney has now announced what face coverings are now not acceptable. New to the updated experience page on Disney World's website, neck gaiters and open chin triangle bandanas are not acceptable as face coverings. All acceptable ones must be made with at least 2 layers of breathable material, fully cover the nose and mouth and secure under the chin, fit snugly but comfortably against the side of the face, and be secured with ties or ear loops that allow guests to remain hands-free. And although the parks have reopened with a limited capacity, Disney is still going to be using a virtual queue system for Rise of Resistance, making it the only attraction that will do so for the time being. The process for this will be having to go on the My Disney Experience app, and once you enter the park, you'll be able to select one of the distribution times of 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 4 p.m. Once logged in, you'll select Star Wars Rise of the Resistance virtual queue, and you'll be able to view the current status and the next steps for joining. The app will also show you where there is no availability left, and some guests may have to join backup groups. Additionally, on the My Disney Experience app, you and the others in your group can enroll everyone in the virtual queue at the same time. However, each guest can enter the virtual queue only once per day. And if you have your My Disney Experience alerts turned on your phone, they will send you a notification when your group is called to return, and you'll have up to an hour from the time of the alert to enter the Rise entrance. Disney also clarifies that entering a virtual queue does not guarantee the ability to experience Rise of the Resistance. Just shy of a month after reopening on June 18th, Hong Kong Disneyland will once again be reclosing starting on July 15th. This being due to the increase of cases in the city reportedly being over 100, which doesn't seem like a lot compared to how many cases Florida is reporting a day, but they do operate under a different government and health authorities. Now, to clarify, this was not a decision made by Disney to reclose the park. It was government and local government decision. As with the increase of cases, they decided to temporarily ban crowds. Now, I usually never talk about the international parks, one being that I've never been to any of them yet, and two, I really don't follow the news with them as I do with Disneyland and with Walt Disney World, but I felt like this was worth mentioning. It doesn't look like though Disney World parks will be closing anytime soon with how successful it's gone in the first week, and Mayor Jerry Demings just commenting on how it's one of the safest places to be right now.
So for me, if there's one place on planet Earth where we should be successful, it would be at Disney. You know, Disney has gone through great lengths to look at all of their various safety and sanitary protocols, and they have instituted proper measures.
I won't be surprised though if Disney World has to end up reclosing their parks again. If so, I don't think it's going to be until sometime in the fall, as I think between now and then, more people will be traveling down to Walt Disney World, as everyone said how safe it is, and they're planning on starting schools in the fall as for right now down in Florida, so that's something to think about as well. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, over this past week and one day after the first cast member preview, Disney World has opened up ticket sales and resort reservations for the remainder of 2020. For booking resorts, a reminder, only a select amount of resorts are available to make reservations at, and over time, more will reopen. And if you want to see all the dates of when the resorts will be opening back up, I did a Disney Roundup episode a couple weeks ago on that, and I will leave a link to that in the description down below. So last week, following the cast member preview, I showed some of the character cavalcades that they were having, but here are the ones that they are having at the other parks. At Animal Kingdom, they are having various characters sailing by, including Rafiki and Timon, Chip and Dale in their dino costumes, and Donald, Daisy, and Launchpad McQuack. Pocahontas and Miko have also been spotted, as well as the Discovery Island drummers. Over at Epcot, cavalcades include the Frozen Promenade, Mickey and Friends World Tour, and an all-princess cavalcade. And at Hollywood Studios, there's one with Mickey and Friends, the Pixar Motorcade, and a Disney Junior Motorcade as well. Last week, I also mentioned some of the mask-free relaxation stations at Magic Kingdom, and here are the ones at the other parks. At Animal Kingdom, they are located at Pizza Safari and the Upcountry Landing. In Epcot, you can find these at the UK Pavilion, near the Yorkshire County Fish Shop, in the Norway Pavilion, and in Future World by Test Track. And at Hollywood Studios, you can find these at Star Wars Launch Bay and just outside of Rise. So, if you've ever tried to buy a limited release item or a new popular item on Shop Disney, you know the frustrations that come with that. That being because all of the eBay reseller bots swarm in there and grab all the stuff, and Disney's website, for some reason, can't handle all of that, causing the website to crash. Well, Disney is finally looking to eliminate that now with their all-new Merch Pass system. The way the new Merch Pass system works is like a lottery, as days before new items go on sale, you'll have to sign on to Shop Disney and go to the new items page where the Merch Pass entry begins. You'll sign into your account, then you'll be able to select all of the items you wish to buy, and if lucky enough to be selected, days later you'll receive an email from Disney confirming so, and you'll be able to purchase your items then. So unfortunately, this is what things have coming to now with all of the ridiculous eBay resellers out there. I hope at least this way though Disney can kind of filter out all of the people that they know are eBay resellers. Like if there's a certain person from a certain mailing address or email address that's buying 50 of every limited release items, but hopefully they can filter them out that way. But on the other hand, Disney is still making money irregardless, so it's hard to say. But let me know what you think of the new Merch Pass system in the comments down below. Alright everyone, well that's all I have for you for this week's episode of the Disney Roundup. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. And that's all I have for you for this week, but until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.